Hi and welcome back to another vlog where I share my life as a now 42-year-old child-free woman living in Berlin, Germany with my husband and our two fluffy cats. This week is yet another reset week after returning from a 2-week trip to some of the US national parks. I'm finally kickstarting my diet again, and I'm also sharing a 4-week update on how it's been going on estrogen at the end of this video. So yeah, thanks so much for being here and I hope you enjoy watching. We returned from our trip to the US last night. It's Monday afternoon. We got back at Sunday 6 p.m. and now it's like 4 p.m. the next day. I'm feeling pretty good in terms of jet lag. It's really not too bad. Knock on wood. But yeah, anyway, I actually don't want to talk for too long because I'm just about to head out, do some grocery shopping, return a couple items that I didn't have time to return before our trip, pick up a parcel that arrived while we were gone. But yeah, this is the mess that I still need to deal with. I still need to wash like 4 or 5 loads of laundry, I think, which I'm not gonna get done today. Maybe a quick recap. We spent one day in Las Vegas. It was interesting, definitely not a place I would want to return to, which I thought would be the case even before we went, but it was fun and interesting to see. Then we went to Zion, Bryce, and Yellowstone National Park. That's where we spent most of the time there. And then in the end, we had one day in Salt Lake City, which was also interesting and fun to see. I was very overwhelmed by the amount of cars and just roads in that city, considering it's not that big of a city. But yeah, then we returned Salt Lake, Chicago, Frankfurt, Berlin, got back last night. But anyway, we went to Trader Joe's in Salt Lake City and I got all of the fun fall stuff that we don't really have as much in Germany. It's just starting to be more of a thing. But yeah, I got pumpkin spice rooibos tea, pumpkin pie spice from Trader Joe's. I also got this vanilla pumpkin scented candle, which smells really nice. I'm usually not one for scented candles, but I like this one and I kind of went a little bit overboard when it came to the pumpkin and fall theme. And then I also got oh god, I really went overboard there, but I got a pumpkin body scrub. And then last but not least, I got this felted pumpkin. It feels very unlike me to buy something like this. I don't know, in the moment it felt like a thing to do and kind of fun. So I guess we have a faux pumpkin now. Anyway, gotta go. It's Tuesday afternoon. I still haven't made it out of my pajamas, which is totally fine. Again, I have the entire week off. But what I did just now after my nap is to watch one episode of the Space Maker Method. And now I got inspired to declutter a little bit. I mean, I feel like that's definitely one thing I wanted to accomplish this week anyway. Tomorrow is going to be day 1 of my big sort of personal reset where I really want to get back on track with weight loss, just feeling a little bit better about myself. Because one thing I realized is that I haven't really been feeling like really truly attractive or just great in my body in quite some time, definitely not this summer. And I have this goal which might sound very delusional, and it might be. And it's not exactly the first time that I'm having this goal and don't end up accomplishing it at all, as you've already seen on this channel. But I don't know, I feel like I'm really inspired this time around to really take the next 6 months, like the entire winter, to really get to my goal weight and to finally just feel a whole lot better about myself again, and to buy and wear the things that I would love to wear instead of just wearing the same things over and over again. And don't get me wrong, I don't feel horrible about myself. Most of the time I feel fine. Sometimes I feel pretty good, sometimes just not that great. But I feel like, again, I'm still a good 20 pounds like overweight. Yeah, that's sort of the goal that I set for myself. I feel like for now my focus is gonna be the next 12 weeks. And I think it's exactly 12 weeks from October 1st to the 24th of December. Christmas. So I think that's perfect time-wise. And then tomorrow is gonna be the first day that I'm gonna go to my new gym that I signed up for the next like 3 to 4, 5, 6 months. However long they're gonna need to reopen my actual gym. But yeah, anyway, I wasn't planning on talking for that long. But yeah, I'm not gonna go crazy with this. I feel like watching the Space Maker method, I'm inspired to get rid of everything. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get into my nail polish today. I don't have that much anyway. This yellow I bought in the attempt of finding a nice yellow. And then only a week later I bought this because this is much nicer. And this is a little bit, yeah, over the top, I guess. I think I'm gonna put this outside because in Berlin, if you don't want something, you just put it out on the street and then someone's gonna pick it up, which is kind of convenient, and at the same time I feel like it's getting a little bit out of hand, and sometimes people are not too considerate about what someone else is actually gonna use or need, so sometimes it just ends up being trash. I think I'm gonna get rid of this brush. It's supposed to be some super special brush that my mom gave me. I've never used it. I don't even know why she gifted this to me. Eyeliner, don't use that anymore. I used to use that when I was like, I don't know, 13, and I was quite the emo kid, and I would have like very thick black eyeliner around my eyes, but those days are over. That's that. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go on to the laundry and I'll see you later. Happy Wednesday. I've just had a very productive morning. I've had a really good night's sleep. I feel like I'm already almost over the jet lag. I ended up meditating for the first time in quite a while. I also just finished editing my last vlog, which I'm quite happy about, especially since I'm so late with uploading since we were on our trip and I didn't really edit on the trip. But yeah, feel really good about that. Still once again in my pajamas, but that's gonna change after my nap. I did end up going on a run last night, which was really nice. I'm still in love with my new running shoes, and I'm still in love with estrogen. I feel like that could be a whole different video, and I don't think I'm gonna go into it now. But overall, it's been pretty life-changing for me. I'm feeling so much better than I did just a few weeks ago. It's crazy. But anyhow, since today is October 1st and it's my first day of starting my weight loss journey, I actually stepped on the scale this morning and I'm 71.3 kilograms. So I've gained a whole kilogram / around 2 pounds over the last few weeks. Yeah. Kind of should have expected that from everything that I was eating. Although we were moving a lot. But again, it holds true that you can't out-exercise a bad diet or / overeating. And that's what I'm doing every single time. So yeah, that's where I'm starting. And for lunch today, I'm gonna make just plain boiled potatoes, some salad, and some tempeh. I made the somewhat spontaneous decision to add some onion and some paprika. And I also actually ended up making 2 batches, one for lunch today, one for lunch tomorrow, because I do have another salad in the fridge. And I'm just gonna divide that between my salad bowl and a container to keep for tomorrow. That's how the pan looks like. I don't know exactly what I did wrong, but I absolutely love like just simple boiled potatoes in a salad, but I haven't made that in a very long time. But for some reason, that's what I've been craving for the last few days. I'm gonna eat my massive salad now. I'm really excited about it. And then I'm gonna take a nap. And then I did sign up for Body Balance tonight, which I'm really excited about. I feel like after the run yesterday, I would love to just do some stretching. I'm probably also gonna go on the rowing machine because I feel like all that the building muscle has done for me is made me look and feel really bulky, because again, I'm someone who builds muscle very easily. So I end up looking like a square person, and I don't like that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very torn between kind of the whole women over 40 should build muscle, focus on strength training, blah, 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 and being like just returning to what I was doing before. It's already Thursday and it's freezing over here. It was actually almost 0 degrees this morning. And I've been sitting on my laptop pretty much all morning trying to figure out basically a new gym schedule with the new gym that I signed up for. I did go to Body Balance last night, which was fine. I think that it wasn't as good as the class that I'm used to, but it's fine for now. And then I actually just signed up for a HIIT sort of class for tonight, just now, and I'll see how that goes. And depending on how those 2 classes go, I think I'm aiming on going Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Wednesday. And that's definitely more than I've done recently. I used to do 3 classes, but I feel like, yeah, it could work out just fine. And also, since starting the estrogen, I do feel so much more, I don't know, I do have more energy, and I feel like I do have a better recovery as well. So that's kind of exciting. But yeah, what I actually wanted to show you is that I got something I find exciting. The cats are gonna love it. So I ordered a bunch of pillows. Random, but these are not exactly the prettiest pillows. I don't know, when it comes to pillows, carpets, and then I guess fabrics in general, I feel like IKEA doesn't really do too much of a great job. But generally, I love IKEA. But yeah, again, carpets, pillows, fabrics in general, not a huge fan. But yeah, that's the 3rd pillow we got. And then I also got these pillow covers. So these are just gonna be used as inserts. And I feel like right now our couch is very like beige white, and we only have these like greenish pillows on them, and they're not very comfy actually. So that's why I wanted these. So there we go. I'm not really sure how exactly I'm gonna style them yet. I feel like this looks kind of weird, but I think they're gonna be a lot more comfy. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try this pumpkin spice tea for the first time. I hope it's not just nice packaging. Ooh, it does smell very intense. What I haven't yet shown you is that I also buy this cinnamon apple spice tea, which I've been drinking all day, every day. And then this Bengal spice tea, which I've actually bought for many, many years. You can get it in Germany. It's just way more expensive over here. But this, I tried for the first time. I bought it while we were in Yellowstone, and it's so good. I think I'm definitely gonna order that again. Are you wakey? Are you wakey? Are you gonna have some foodies? And another thing I'm gonna do right now is to go on a mini walk. I feel like since returning, and it's only day 4, so I shouldn't be too hard on myself. I haven't really been very good with the mini walks. And for me, it's less well, I guess it's partly to kick off my weight loss as well. But I think even more, it's the mental benefits. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then once I return, my tea will be ready to drink. Yeah. Our cats are shedding like crazy right now. So the reality is that I need to unfluff myself before leaving the house. I feel like in Berlin it doesn't really matter how you leave the house anyway, but still, I don't know. I don't want to be covered in fluff. We also actually got this new hallway mirror just a few weeks ago. And one of the reasons were to basically be able to check your fluff status before you leave the house. Oh, by the way, I did step on the scale again this morning and I lost like 700 grams. So I think a lot of the fluff I gained in the US is water weight, and yeah, so fingers crossed that's gonna go away soon. I just got home from the gym and I did a sort of HIIT class, which basically killed me. I feel like after 2 weeks in the US, I don't have any strength, endurance, nothing left. Probably also due to the fact that I haven't done a HIIT class like that in a very long time. I may actually go to a bar afterward, which was definitely not planned, but tomorrow is a holiday in Germany. It's October 3rd and a friend of mine is out at a bar. And they are serving non-alcoholic Guinness. I love Guinness, but I haven't had one in such a long time because there's alcohol in it. So yeah, I may just drop by for a non-alcoholic Guinness and then go to bed. I already took my progesterone and magnesium, so let's see if I do have the energy, but that's the plan. It's Sunday night. I didn't vlog at all the last couple days. I was just busy doing stuff around the house, editing videos and working out. I did actually work out 4 times this week, which I'm really happy about. I did go for a second run on Saturday, even though it was raining. And once again, I had such a nice run, got into a runner's high. I was really happy that I went. It's Sunday night. Tomorrow's gonna be my first day back at work. We went to a taco festival earlier today, which was quite fun. Met another couple there that we've been friends with for probably 7 years at this point. They just had a baby like a year and a half ago, so we had to work around like the baby's sleep schedule. And once again, I was like, I'm just glad that that's something that we don't have to deal with. But yeah, I had quite a nice afternoon, and now we're actually gonna watch our new guilty pleasure, which is Secret Wives of Mormon Wives. We met this couple on a hike somewhere in Yellowstone, I think, and they were really fun. Like, especially the woman was really cool and like talkative, and we were all very happy to have like found each other because it was just the 4 of us on this trail, and you had these bear signs everywhere, so we were all kind of panicking and hoping not to run into a bear. So anyway, we met this couple and they said that they were quite frequently in Salt Lake for skiing and that they loved Salt Lake City, and then that we should definitely watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And we started watching it in the US. It's like, yeah, trash TV. It's honestly something that we wouldn't, or like I wouldn't watch in Germany, but I feel like I'm quite interested in a way in the whole Mormon culture. It's just very different from my little bubble that I'm living in, like having 5 kids and like not drinking. I mean, I'm hardly drinking, all the things. So I don't know, it's interesting in a way. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna do that tonight. But before ending this vlog, I wanted to give like a little 4-week update on estrogen and how it's been going, because I feel like I do have a lot to report on. And obviously I was on holiday 3 out of the 4 weeks that I've been on it at this point. So I feel like I will definitely have to see how things are gonna go when I'm back at work, when I'm a little bit more stressed. But anyways, so here it goes. I have my list over here. So first of all, which I already shared in a past video, is that my brain fog basically lifted within a couple days, which is still crazy. And I feel like I'm still way more sharp than I have been over the last many months. Generally a lot happier. Like, not every day is perfect. I did have a couple like grumpy days, but overall I feel like I've experienced quite a few happy moments that I hadn't experienced in a long time. Like, really, where I'm like generally really like excited, content, like really hyped in a way. Just, I don't know, like a feeling that I used to have quite frequently. Like that something would actually excite me or make me happy. And over the last long time, I've been just pretty flat, I guess. I'm still a little bit more social, even though at the same time it's still very noticeable that I'm introverted, and I'm also just happy to be by myself. And I also usually have enough of being around people after like 2, 3, 4 hours max. 2 or 3 is more realistic. I've already shared that I've been a lot more productive, but that's something that I will have to see over the next few weeks. I'm also less forgetful, something that is rather rare, I think, but also mentioned a lot in the perimenopause and menopause symptoms, is that you have this internal like tingling or like shaking or whatever in your hands. And that's something that I had, and I was already getting a little bit concerned that it would be something else, but that just stopped. So yeah, go figure. My skin is a lot softer, way more energy when working out, and then recovery is great. Again, it's like PMS week technically, but I worked out 4 times this week, and I feel like I'm ready to work out again tomorrow, so that's amazing. My sleep has improved a lot, but again, I feel like that's something that I will have to monitor over the next few weeks, especially because I didn't exactly diet while we were traveling. But even this past week, since starting my diet again, I've been sleeping pretty well. So far so good. I didn't really have any midnight wake ups or anything like that, but since we were still having a bit of a jet lag, it's a little bit hard to tell. And last but not least, and that's also something that I'm extremely excited about, and that's that my cravings have reduced a lot. Like, especially once again right now, and even when I started, second half of my cycle, just about to get my period in like the next 2 to 3 days, and I didn't really experience any intense cravings, not even mild cravings. And usually in the second half of my cycle, or like during PMS time, I would stop caring about my diet like pretty much altogether and just eat whatever I want. Definitely went overboard. I didn't really care about it because I was just craving food so much. And now I'm like, I don't even crave things at all. So I don't know how to describe it. I guess the easiest way to describe it is that it feels like during the first half of my cycle, where I'm usually not as food obsessed and just find it way easier to be mindful about what I'm eating. So yeah, that's my 4-week update on estrogen. I couldn't be happier. A friend of mine just went on estrogen a couple weeks ago, I think, and she says that she still doesn't really feel anything. So I realized that I'm one of the lucky people who do have very quick results and see benefits very quickly. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna end this vlog, have dinner, and watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Yay. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.